Okay, I have a kind of a vintage style outdoor Bluetooth speaker called the pinShow or EasySMX pinShow Golden Time portable speaker that is actually IPX6 waterproof rated. So you're not actually going to be able to take it swimming or something, but it is waterproof. So if it rains when you're outside, if you're outside in the garden with it or out at the park, whatever, and it rains, it should be all right, at least for unless it's a real storm. I'm not really sure about that type of thing, but for the general little bit of rain, you've got to be fine. Unlike some other electronic devices, you should be absolutely fine if you get caught out in the rain with this, because it is primarily for outdoor use. In fact, it isn't very good indoors, and I'll tell you a bit more about that later. In a minute, I'll show it to you a little bit more close up, because it's maybe not too visible from back there. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up, because I'm only using a little viewfinder here, a little small LCD screen. But it looks really nice, it looks very vintage. It's got a kind of wooden panel at the top and a leather handle. It looks really nice, great for outdoor use, great sound quality. Let me just tell you the specs and I'll show you the buttons and things, the whole thing just a bit closer up so you can get a bit better look. It's high quality omnidirectional sound, and it can be used if you need to in a case of a bit of an emergency. You can actually use this as a power bank for your iPhone or other types of phones. So if you get caught out and you really need to make a phone call, but your iPhone or your Android phone or whatever is completely flat of battery, you can plug your phone into this and use its battery, which is a really cool, handy feature. It has two waterproof drivers. In case you aren't familiar with things like this, drivers in headphones or these type of things are the speakers. A lot of people call them speakers. So basically it has two waterproof speakers and one passive bass radiator. So that is going to add to the bass. It's going to make the bass a lot more richer and louder and pumpier. And it really does work very well. It's kind of like having a little subwoofer in there. The drivers / speakers are full range, and it uses Bluetooth 4.0. Some other devices, especially cheaper ones, use the old Bluetooth 3.0. This does use 4.0, not 4.1, but 4.0. Its battery, like in things like smartphones and a lot of devices these days, is rechargeable. It uses a 2200 milliamp an hour battery. Its sound, as I mentioned, is omnidirectional. It's 360-degree omnidirectional, and you can use it via Bluetooth or a 3.5mm auxiliary port. So if you want to plug a device into this that isn't Bluetooth, you can. So if you want to use this, say, with a tablet or a smartphone that you've taken out to the park or whatever with you, then you probably just use it via Bluetooth. However, if you want to plug a device in that doesn't use Bluetooth but has a 3.5mm audio port, you can use that instead. It weighs just 0.63 kilograms. Its dimensions are 203 by 123 by 43 millimeters. It's nice and portable. It really is very portable. It's not heavy at all. It's very portable, especially with that nice brown leather handle that really finishes off the look. Really nice. Now, what about uses? What about indoor, outdoor? Well, it's really good for outdoor use, especially since it's nice and waterproof. So you can take this out in the garden with you, listen to some music if you're sitting out in the garden, or if you want to go for a walk up to your local park and sit on a bench or sit on the grass or whatever. Really handy. Nice, it looks really nice and stylish, has a nice leather handle to carry it by. Absolutely wonderful. I cannot recommend this for indoor use. The sound quality is amazing. I really like the sound quality, and I think it had huge potential for both indoor and outdoor use. But I find that this, unlike some others, is so prone to interference by other electrical devices. It's ridiculous. I had a cheaper Bluetooth speaker that I've reviewed before called the Venstar Toco, and that is not as good sound quality, and it's not waterproof for taking with you out, but it doesn't seem to pick up interference. If I sit that right next to my laptop, it plays absolutely fine. This, if it's anywhere or near a laptop, a PC, a TV, a monitor, power plugs, anything, you at least get a lot of sort of static noise in it, and quite often, if it's close at all, it's going to start dropping the sound, cutting out, stopping, starting, stopping, all sorts. It is ridiculous. You have to be pretty much right hovering the device in the center of the room, not to get any actual stopping and starting, and even then you can hear a little crackle in it. So for indoor use, just no. If you want this just for indoor use, forget it. No, I wouldn't recommend this at all. If you want this to take with you outside in the garden, out to the park, whatever, then I highly recommend this. It is a great portable, waterproof speaker with awesome sound quality for the price that you can take with you outdoors, and it works really well. So high quality, so nice looking, so portable, absolutely awesome. But if you're going to use this indoors, or you're going to use it 50% indoors, 50% outdoors, no, you perhaps want to look elsewhere. But if you want this for outdoor use, then yes, definitely, I really recommend it. Just bear in mind, it's not really for indoors at all. Now here it is a bit closer up. It is gold. It's kind of a very subtle gold. It's not a bright yellow, and it's not even a dark one. It's kind of in between. I'm not sure how well it picks up on camera, so I'm wiggling it here a bit so you can get a bit of a shine on it and kind of see it as best as possible. Now let's look at the bottom here. That has kind of got little rubber paddedy bits on the bottom here for feet. Very subtle, but you don't need much. Now when you get this strap and the screws will be out, and you'll have to attach this yourself. It slots through there, then around, then clips on. It's quite simple once you sort of try it. Then basically you're not going to want to take it off anyway. So even if you struggle to put it on, once you got it on, it's on. Now here we have a USB port. Now here you have a USB port. There's your 3.5mm audio jack for auxiliary audio, not Bluetooth audio. Then a small USB there, mini USB. On the other side, that's just soft kind of rubber, nothing really to see there. Now let's have a look at the top. Now on the top, this is a power button. You hold that down to start it. You have volume up and down here, then skip forward, skip back there. Then play, pause, then a mode button, and the M mode button switches between auxiliary audio and Bluetooth audio. Then I'm not sure, you probably can't see it on the screen, but there is various little LED lights here. You have 3 different lights to show how far charged it is. Then you have a BT light, and that shows for Bluetooth. It'll flicker fast when it's pairing, then it will slow flicker when it's paired, then it will have a steady blue light when it's playing audio. Then next to that you have AUX auxiliary audio light there. If you switch a mode, if you press M, switch from Bluetooth to auxiliary, that light will be lit up instead. So you do have plenty of LED indicators there as well. As you can see, this is nice. I'm not sure well it shows up on video, but a nice kind of wood paneling here at the top as well, which goes really well with the rest of the design, and it also goes well with the handle. So yeah, it is so nice looking. It's really kind of retro looking with that nice wood paneling at the top, the brown leather handle, the gold sides. It's my favourite looking Bluetooth speaker that I've seen so far, or used so far, definitely. And it has the best quality audio, especially for bass, that I have used on a Bluetooth speaker. That is outdoors though. This is so let down by the indoor factor, because if this didn't have that problem with interference, I would actually use this indoors quite a lot. I would use it on a regular basis, but because of the problem with interference, I am not going to use this as much as I could. I'm just going to occasionally take it outside in the garden if I sit out in the sun, or if I go for a walk up the park, sit on the grass or sit on a bench, I might take this with me, listen to something like music or audiobook or whatever I might want to do. And for that use, this is absolutely great. Or maybe if you're going camping, that's another good use for this. But indoors, unfortunately, the sound quality, if it worked indoors, would be awesome because it is outdoors. So the sound quality would be great, and it is something I think you'd use on a regular basis. But you can't, because they haven't, I don't know, I suppose they haven't shielded it enough from EMF or whatever, you know. So it's just not insulated enough or shielded enough. So it's prone to not working right or getting sort of hissing static in it if it's anywhere, even if something's quite a distance away. If anything is in the area at all, it at least hiss, at least a lot of hissing, and it's really, really annoying, because even if you get it where there's just a little bit of hiss, you know, if you've got something playing, you might not notice it too much. but that is actually quite difficult, because if you have anything even quite a distance away, it seems to pick that up and it cuts out and stops and starts. And I know Bluetooth can be a little prone to interference on things like Wi-Fi signals and things like that. But the fact of the matter is, I have used several other Bluetooth speakers that are cheaper than this, and I have used them indoors without any problem. This one, even though it's more expensive, if you basically, even if you have it in the middle room, there's at least a small bit of hiss. So it's definitely an outdoor speaker, and that is great, because that is really what this is for. So you want to take this with you out in the garden, to a park, camping, whatever, great, and I really recommend it. Just please bear in mind, it does not work great at all indoors. In fact, I can't recommend it at all for indoor use. Outdoor use, highly recommended. I really recommend it. Okay, I have the Anlink QCY11, also known as QC11 or QY11, but on the box it says QCY11. It's a pair of headphones, but it's mostly aimed at people who are going to be doing sports or exercising, because they're hooked and they stay on really well even if you're jogging, whatever. Bear in mind that it does have good sound quality and good bass outdoors. When it works absolutely fine outdoors, just indoors, no, forget it. It costs £40, so it's reasonably priced. It's $39.99 in the UK, £40 speaker, awesome for outdoor use. Please like and comment on this video, and if you could do me a huge favour and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as it just takes a few seconds and will help me out a lot. Also, if you're watching this as a review on the Amazon product page, if you could please hit the useful or helpful button along with this video, that will help me out a lot too. Thanks for watching.